Well, Shalom Israel. I'm going to go ahead and get into this Sabbath service. I'm going to say a margin, which means to stand. Say Allah, which means Israel. I'm going to say Wahapadam, face the east. It's like going to get into the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemoy, Wadach, Haya, Shukah, Yahweh, Malathwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Bayrataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashman, Kathanganaw, Lakam, Call, Yawan, Wasalakmanaw, Kawathnianaw, Slaka, Kawap, Kawawathnaw, Kasalakmanaw, Kawawathyanao, Wala'a, Tabayanaw, Barasaiwan, Abo, Awashanaw, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wahalala, Wahatapori, La'ai Awama. Amen. This is the Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. This is a Hakak power in Hebrew. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Baba Kasha, Nathanaw, Hakak, Hakak, Larapaa, Kal Makala, Kal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazari, Hakak, Lahakwayam, Hamatayam, Hakak, Arakawa, Hatamahala, Lagarasha, Bashim Yawashah, the Wadaman. It's Hakak, the power in the English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you, so be it. This is bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Rocklanawa, Wayasarella, Wayabara, Sapari, Barak Rapaa, by Shem Yahweh Shah, the water Amon. This is bless Israel in the English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Sluggy Israel. Run back. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahari, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Izari, Mayan, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamanyan, Waharatada, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Al-Yad, Yamyakat, Yawamam, Ashmash, La'a, Yakaka, Wairak, Malayala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Makal Ra, Yashamar, Atnapasha, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabuaka, Mayatha, Wa'id Awalam. This is Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. Just like Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Dam Yalaka, Al-Takakurash, Wa-Al-Tashquat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Wabyaka, Yahamawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Ya'ariyamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya'aitazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Ya'amar, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magaya, Wala Ayazakor, Sham Yasharella, Iwata, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yakadua, Al Yaka, Barat, Yakarathwa, Alihalia, Adawam, Wayashama, Aliyam, Mawaaba, Wagoria, Gabal, Wayamawan, Wayamalat, Palashat, I'm Yeshabia, Tazawar, Damashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Ayawa, Zarawa, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadi, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabi, Barakal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayan Dara, Yahawa, it's like Hayawa, Dama, Ladama, Shayathamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Kaira, Wakazabat, Wakazazalmana, Kaunasa, Slugger, Kaunasa Yakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairashat, Lanawa, Nawa, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalgil, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Salak, Lapanya Rawaka, Kayash, Taba'aria Ira, Wakalabat, Talahat, Harayam, Ka, Taradama, Vaisa Irika, Wabasawapaka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panaham, Walawam, Wayabakwasha, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabash, Waya Bahalwa, Aya Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daiwa, Kaya Ata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labarka, Al Yuwan, Al Kaha Aratada. This is Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, the Baal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Say, Lot, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Yalmunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the fire. So slug it. Make who let us take out to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh, make Yahweh, make my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the world. So be it. Sorry, which means turn. Gonna call the first trooper.
Trooper Izarwan, Banya Howda, Banya Shirala.
Trooper Izarwan, Banya Howda, Banya Shirala.
Yahbashim Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahbashim Yahshua Barakatah. It's locked. I'll go ahead and I'll read the Hebrew.
Okay, got it, sir.
You read it.
Got it. English. Where we starting at, sir?
So let's see. 30, 32, 36 in the English, and numbers 32, 36.
32, 36.
And in the Hebrew, they don't have a numbers 32. It starts at number 33. So
Okay.
number 33, it starts at number 33 and 7. Verse 7. You know what I'm saying? So,
got it, sir.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's one of those days.
Okay, got it. 32 and
36. So this is a book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 7 in the Hebrew. Hamadabar. Wayasaiwa. Ma'atam. Wayashab. Al. Paya. Hakayarath. Asherah, Al, Panha, Salakia, Panya, Baal, Tazapawan, Wayakanwa, Lapanya, Magadal, verse 8, Wayasaiwa, Mapanyam, Hakayarath, Waya Ibarwa, Batawak, Hayam, Hamadabar, Slaki, Hamadabara, Wayalakwa, Darak, Shalashath, Yawamyam, Bamadabar, Atham, Wayakanwa, Bamara, verse 9, Wayasaiwa, Mamara, Wayabaawa, Ayalma, Waba Ayalam, Shatyam, Aishara, Ayatn Slahi, Ayanath, Mayam, Washabayam, Tamaryam, Wayakan, Sham, verse 10, Wayasaiwa. Slug it. Wayasai. Ma'ayalam. Wayakanwa. Al. Yum. Sawap. Verse 11. Wayasaiwa. Mayam. Sawap. Wayakanwa. Bamadabar. Sayam. Verse 12. Wayasaiwa. Mamadabar. Sayam. Wayakanwa. Badapar. Slaki. Badapakwa. Verse 13. Wayasaiwa. Mandapakwa. Wayakan. Ba'a. Lawash. Verse 14. Wayasaiwa. Ma'alawash. Wayakanwa. Barap yakdam. Slaki. Barap yadam. Wala'a. Haya. Sham. Mayam. La'ain. Lashatawaf. That's the end of 14.
It's like it says numbers 32 and
36.
32 and 36.
So this is the book of Numbers, chapter 32 and verse 36. And Beth Narah and Beth Haran, fenced cities and folds for sheep. And the children of Reuben built Heshbon and Elaniah and Kajathim and Nebo and Baal Meon, their names being changed, and Shema, and gave other names unto the cities which they built. And the children of Machar, the son of Manasseh, went to Gilead and took it and dispossessed the Amorite which was in it. And Moses gave Galilee unto Machar, the son of Manasseh, and he dwelt therein. Verse 41. And Jannar, the son of Manasseh, went and took the small towns thereof, and called them Havash Jarad. Verse 42. And Nabal went and took Kenneth and the villages thereof, and called it Nabal, after his own name.
Now this is Israel. Of course, they were coming out of Egypt at this time, and the Most High was telling them to gather their armies and to go to war with these other nations in those lands. And this right here was Reuben and Gad's portion, and they split the land and the cattle and what have you at the end of 32. All right, this is book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 15 in the Hebrew. Wayasaiwa. Marapyadam. Wayakanwa. Bamadabar. Sayanya. Verse 16. Wayasaiwa. Mamadabar. Sayanya. Wayakanwa. Bakwaba Roth. Hata Awa. Verse 17. Wayasaiwa. Makwa Baroth. Makwa Baroth. Hata Awa. Wayakanwa. Bakatazaroth. Slaki. Bakatazaroth. Verse 18. Wayasaiwa. Slaki. Makatazawath, Wayakanwa, Baratha, slug it, Barathama, verse 19. Wayasaiwa, Marathama, Wayakanwa, Baram, slug it, Baraman, Partaza, slug it, Partaza, verse 20. Wayasai, Maraman, slug it, Maraman, Partaza, Wayakanwa, Balabanan, slug it, Balabana, verse 21. Wayasawa, Malabana, Wayakanwa. Yeah. Listen. Barasa. That's the end of 21.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 15. And they departed from Redaim and pitched in the wilderness of Sinai. And they removed from the desert of Sinai and pitched at Kabroth Hattahath. And they departed from Kabroth Hattahath and encamped at Hazroth. And they departed from Hazroth and pitched in Rithmah. And they departed from Rithmah and pitched at Ramon Perez. And they departed from Ramon Perez and pitched in Libnah. Verse 21. And they removed.
You started at 33 and 1.
33. Oh, slack. So you just like 33 and 1?
Yeah, because that was the end of
Okay,
in English, that was the end of 32. What we just read. You know what I'm saying? And now we're at number 33.
33 and 1?
33 and 1.
33 and 1. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 1. These are the journeys of the children of Israel, which went forth out of the land of Egypt with their armies under the hand of Moses and Aaron. Verse 2. And Moses wrote their goings out according to their journeys by the commandment of the Lord. And these are their journeys according to their goings out. Verse 3. And they departed from Ramses in the first month, on the 15th day of the first month. On the morrow, after the Passover, the children of Israel went out with a high hand in the sight of all the Egyptians. Verse 4. For the Egyptians buried all their firstborn, which the Lord had smitten among them. Upon their gods also the Lord executed judgments. Verse 5. And the children of Israel removed from Ramses and pitched in sackcloth. Verse 6. And they departed from sackcloth and pitched in Ephraim, which is in the edge of the wilderness. Verse 7. And they removed from Ephraim and turned again unto Pin-Hathroth, which is before Baal Zebron, and they pitched before Medal.
Yeah, when they were coming out of Egypt, when they were coming out of Egypt from Ramses, they came out with a high hand, meaning, with the Most High's high hand, which meant, power, with mighty power. You know what I'm saying? And you see what he did. He unalived their firstborn. He even unalived their firstborn cattle, what have you. And that's how you know that the Most High don't play, man. He's a man of war. You know what I'm saying? And the Christian church will have you think he's all loving, but he has enemies, and he's going to redeem us again out of this place called modern day Egypt. which is synonymous with bondage. All right. Let's see. 22. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Wayasaiwa Maratha Aslaki Marasa Wayakanwa Bakwaha Slaki Bakwahalata, verse 23. Wayasaiwa Makwahalata Wayakanwa, Bahar, Shapar, verse 24. Wayasai, Mahar, Shapar, Wayakanwa. Bakarada, verse 25. Wayasaiwa, Makaraba, it's like it. Makarada, Wayakanwa, Bamakwa Halath, verse 26. Wayasaiwa, Mamakwa Halath, Wayakanwa, but the cough. Verse 27. Wayasaiwa, Matakath, Wayakanwa, but the rock. Verse 28. Wayasaiwa, Matarak, Wayakanwa. Bamatakwa, Slaki. Bamatakwa. It's the end of 28.
Slaki, sir. Do you want me to start at verse 8? 33?
Come.
Oh,
Okay. To what's that? To 15.
Okay. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 8. And they departed before Pi-hahiroth and passed through the midst of the sea into the wilderness, and went 3 days journey in the wilderness and of Etham, and pitched in Marah. And they removed from Marah and came unto Elam. And in Elam were 12 fountains of water, and 70 palm trees, and they pitched there.
Slaki. And that wilderness, this wilderness that they went into, wilderness, it was a desolate place. It was a wasteland, and they had, wild beasts in these, in this place, right, in this desert. And Israel, they murmured, they murmured all the way out of when they came out of Egypt, you know what I'm saying? Because we were a stiff-necked people. But, they didn't have no water, they didn't have any food, provisions, what have you. And their soul was, it was desolate, they were frustrated so much that, Moses didn't even make it over to the other side. But this wilderness was treacherous, man, if you're going to see, we'll keep reading. Man, let's just run through this.
You said, okay, gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha. Verse 11, and they removed from the Red Sea and encamped in the wilderness of Sin. And they took their journey out of the wilderness of Sin and encamped in Decorah. Verse 13, and they departed from Decorah and encamped in Alash. Verse 14. And they removed from Alash and encamped at Rephidim,
Rephidim.
where was no water for the people to drink. Verse 15.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so I mean, you see how much many times they were moving. I mean, they kept doing this over and over again, until they got their own land. And then, as a matter of fact, they didn't even make it. This generation didn't even make it across, except for Caleb and Joshua. But they wanted to go back to Egypt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted to go back to bondage.
Right.
And that's the thing, man. It's like Israel, we love oppression. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're built for oppression. Because nobody else can go through what we gone through and what we go through. Right. No other nation can go through what we went through. Right. Bottom line, man. But it seemed like we love oppression. We would rather go back and suffer. You know what I'm saying? Rather go back and be under oppression, be under, the ways. I don't even have the key to the front. Like they go around. I don't even have the key. And be talking to them like this. Hold on. Slock it, man. Yeah, so Slocky, Israel. Yeah, so we are stiff-necked people, and that's what we do. We love oppression for some reason, and we're built for it. So we over here, wandering, going over this land, going over that land, and stuff like that. And they got tired of this, and they wanted to go back to Egypt. All right, so let's go back and get it back in the Hebrew. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33. Verse 29. Where you say what? Mama ta kwa. Where you kanwa. Bakasham sluggy. Bakashamwa sluggy. Baka Shana. Verse 30. What you say what? Maka Shamna. Sluggy. Maka Shamna. What you can what? Bamasa sluggy. Bamasarwath. Verse 31. Where you say what? Mama Sarwath. Where you kanwa? Bub sluggy. Babunyam. Ya icon sluggy. Ya icon. Verse 32. Wayasaiwa. Mabunyam. Yaikwan. Wayakanwa. Bakar. Hagadagad. Verse 33. Wayasaiwa. Makar, Hagadagad, Wayakanwa, Boyakwabtha, Slaki, Boyatabtha, Slaki, Boyatabtha. Verse 34. Wayasaiwa, Mayatapta, Wayakanwa, Baibarna, verse 35. Wayasaiwa, Maibarna, Wayakanwa, Baitazayan, Gabar. That's the end of 35. That's like it. Let me show you something. Look, so you got number 33, right?
Yeah.
In the Hebrew, 7, starts at 7.
Sir.
Same thing.
Yeah, it did the same thing when we was in Numbers, like the 15th chapter or something like that when we were starting.
Yeah, so there's a defect,
yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Sure. What you gonna say? What?
No, I was gonna say what chapter 33 and which verse I'm starting at. So
15 to 21.
Awesome.
All right, Shalom. Good seeing you. Right.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 15 in the English. And they departed from Rephaim and pitched in the wilderness of Sinai. And they removed from the desert of Sinai and pitched in Kibroth Hattaavah. And they departed from Kibroth Hattaavah and encamped in Hazroth. And they departed from Hazroth and pitched in Hetham. And they departed from Retham and pitched in Rethmon Pazah. And they departed from Rethmon Pazah and pitched in Libnah. Verse 21. And they removed from Libnah and pitched from Rissah. That was in the 21.
Sluggy. So, you could just, at this point, they nomads. You know what I'm saying? You see, they just pitching. That's why they wanted to go back to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? You brought us out here to die. They over here murmuring to Moses. You know what I'm saying? And, like I said, we love oppression, right? What's Harriet Tubman?
Right.
She said, what? I freed 1,000 slaves. I would have freed 1,000 more if they knew they were slaves.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's how comfortable we are with oppression.
Right. That's why the scriptures, sir. That's why the scriptures say, "Is Israel a homeborn slave?"
Jeremiah.
God, sir. You know what I'm saying? He said he's there. You know what I mean?
And he was crying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What they call the weeping prophet.
Right.
He was like, man, which is a homeborn slave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? We was basically like pilgrims. You know what I'm saying? Wherever we put on our backs, that's where we was going.
And like I said, this generation right here, their children made it, but you know what I'm saying? This generation, they didn't make it.
Right.
They did not make it to the promised land. But yeah, I would rather suffer, and knowing that the Most High, seeing all the plagues that He did, to get us out of Egypt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like all those plagues that you witnessed, and you were in bondage. I would rather suffer, and be in the wilderness and have faith with the Most High. But they didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy. And we're in the same situation to this day.
Right.
We love oppression. You know why we love oppression? Because it gives us it kind of like we can sin.
Right. We
can use that for an excuse. We go, oh man, I had a rough upbringing. That's why I sell dope. you know what I'm saying? Nigga, get a job, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's people that go to physical abuse and stuff like that, what have you. But that don't, you got to have faith in the Most High.
Right.
You can't turn to drugs and abuse yourself because it's not going to do anything. Because it's going to go, this year, 1 year, you're gonna be down and out. Next thing you know, it's gonna be 20 years and you still doing dope, still down and out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lost in this world, man.
Right.
And where Satan wants you to be. And you gotta be in this, and you have to have faith of the Most High. It says, put on the whole armor. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I think, because the Bible says what in Jeremiah, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So oppression, like we can, pastor, we can eat pork. You know what I'm saying? Because he's oppressed. Who taught him to eat pork? The oppressor. You know what I'm saying? So he teaching all of us, and it tastes good. So, so we think, just justify why we eat pork.
Right.
That's why people like to stay oppressed. Our people love drugs. Our people love to be whoremongers and so on and so forth. Whores. Salaki. But what we at 36. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 30, 33, and 36 in the Hebrew. Where it's like what? Ma'ataza. Salaki. Ma'atazayan. Gabar. Wayakanwa. Bamadabar. Tazan. Hawa'ah. Quadash, verse 37. Wayasaiwa, Makwadash, Wayakanwa, Bahar, Hahar, Bakwataza, Arataza, Adawam, verse 38. Waya'al, Aharan, Hakahan, All, Har, Hahar, Al, Paya, Yahweh, Wayamath, Shum, Bashanath, Hayarabai, Ha'arabayam, Lataza'ath, Banyam, Yasharella, Ma'arataza, Matazayam, Bakadash, Hakamayashya, Ba'akad, Lakadash. Verse 39. Wa'ahanar, Salaki. Wa'aharan, Bun, Shalash, Wa'aisha Rayam, Wama'ath, Shana, Bamathwa, Bahar, Hahar, verse 40. Wayashamai, Hakanainya, Malak, Irad, Wahawa'ah, Ashab, Slaki, Yashab, Banagab, Ba'arataza, Kana'ain, Baba'ah, Banyam, Yasharella, verse 41. Wayasaiwa, Mahar, Hahar, Wayakanwa, Batatala, Slaki, Batatalamya, Slaki, batazalamna. Verse 42. Wayasaiwa matazalamya slaki. Latazalamna. Wayakanwa. Bapawanan slaki. Bapawanan in the 42 in the Hebrew.
That's what I said. Chapter 33 and verse
33 and 20.
21.
Yeah, 21.
22.
No, 22. Slightly.
22.
Yeah, 22.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 22 in the English. And they journeyed from Reshah and pitched in Kethlahath. And they went from Kethlahath and pitched in Mount Shephar. Verse 24. And they removed from Mount Shephar and encamped in Hadarah. And they removed from Hadarah and pitched in Meklah. And they removed from Meklah and encamped at Tahath. And they departed from Tahath and pitched at Terah. Verse 28. And they removed from Terah and pitched in Methkah.
Yeah, that was 6. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and read all the way through. I'm done with chapter.
Oh, that's the whole
Hebrew.
thing. Yeah, it was fast.
That's Hebrew.
Sir.
That's because we didn't have that 32, the 36
Yeah,
to 40.
sir.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So it was just 29 is the last verse.
42.
42.
Yeah, 42.
Okay, concept.
So unless I, chime in and say something, but it's just about them moving. You can't really expound on.
Right. You're right, sir. You're right. It's all you, sir.
If I think of something,
Yeah.
but right now they just no man.
Right, exactly.
They just no man.
I mean, it's all you, sir. You got it. That was it. I read 7 verses.
Yeah, I mean, I'm done with the Hebrew.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I gotta keep going.
Yeah, all the way to 42.
All the way to 42.
Yeah, all the way to 42.
Like,
that's what I said. Unless I found
okay.
Hey, let me say something real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I said? But right now it's full throttle.
Go
ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 29. And they went from Mecca and pitched in Hashmah, and they departed from Hashmah and encamped in Mosrath. And they departed from Mosrath and pitched in Benah Jakan. And they removed from Benah Jakan and encamped in Hagrat Gad. And they went from Hagrat Gad and pitched in Jabathha. And they removed from Jabathha and encamped at Ibranah. And they departed from Ibranah and encamped at Ezai.
Now remember, once again, they coming out of Egypt and they're in the wilderness, and they're moving around so much because they're looking for provisions. They didn't have water in certain places. They're in the desert. Desert's dry. It's a dry land. It only rains on like intervals and stuff periodically, what have you. And when it does, it floods and stuff like that because there's no trees and it's just nothing but solid ground. It's not fertile or anything like that. They can't grow anything. So this is and this is something that it's a test. It's a test that the Most High is putting them through, and they fail. You know what I'm saying? They fail just like we do today. As a people, we fail. We don't put our trust into the Most High. Right. The Most High, that's what He does. He proves you. And that, what does that word mean? It means to test you. And that's what the Most High does. He tests you. He want to see if you're going to believe in man or you're going to believe in Him. And with all the miracles, he put, he got water out of a rock. You know what I'm saying? At this time, he got water out of a rock, and what's so crazy, the place is called flint, or the flint, which means
That's
rock.
crazy.
Yeah, it means rock, right?
Wow.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, concert.
Flint, Michigan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
What are the odds, right?
Right.
You know, the irony of that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? He got, and then, you know, because Flint, Michigan, they got lead. They have lead in their water.
Right.
Of course, and you know what the percentages of our people there, you know, 60, like what, 60? About 60% of Judah,
Concert.
so-called black people in Flint, Michigan. Here it is. Most I strike this rock. It's called Flint. And then in Michigan, we got Flint, Michigan, where they got lead in the water. Now get this. You know, naturally there's lead in rocks. Wow. What they say, you can't make this stuff up.
You can't make this stuff up.
Like,
God,
crazy.
God, so,
yeah. So yeah, I mean, and then we can even look at it like, because that's what Esau does, the so-called white man, they mock us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they probably, you know, put lead in that water intentionally because they knew about this Bible and they know we are the people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could look at it like that. I wouldn't teach it, but you know, because they love mockery.
Right.
Yeah, go 36.
Verse 36. And they removed from Ezon Jabir and pitched in the wilderness of Zin, which is Kadesh. And they removed from Kadesh and pitched in Mount Hur, in the edge of the land of Edom. Verse 38. And Aaron the priest went up into Mount Hur at the commandment of the Lord and died there in the 14th year after the children of Israel came out of the land of Egypt, in the first day of the 5th month. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died in Mount Hur. Verse 40. And King Arad, the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south in the land of Canaan, heard of the coming of the children of Israel, and they departed from Mount Hur and pitched in Zalmanah. Verse 42. And they departed from Zalmanah and pitched in Pranah.
Yeah, you know, King Arad, the Canaanite, that's a so-called Hamite, right? You know, they were not a so-called Hamite, so-called African, you know, maybe Nigerian, Ethiopian, whatever. You know, one of them ashy motherfuckers. You know, I say I'm gonna suck it too. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you see how I said he, you know, heard of them coming, of the children of Israel. You know, because everybody was terrified. Everybody was terrified. They knew who our Father was. They knew we had the one and only God,
right.
The Most High, Yahweh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they fled. Hey, look, we ain't dealing with these people right here, man.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? They all knew about us, and they know about us today. Right. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Right. You know what I'm saying? But with that,
that's it, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. God, sir. God, sir. Men of Israel, Amajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakathah.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakathah.
Yahshua. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters watching online. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yahshua. Class dismissed.